Selling our home to Open Door could not have been easier.
Open Door is the best way to sell your home in Dallas-Fort Worth.
You just go on the website and you type in your address.
It literally took minutes.
What a gift that is to a busy family.
Start your sale in Dallas-Fort Worth at opendoor.com.
The royal family from the kingdom of Wakanda began long ago. The first to invoke the power of Bast, the Black Panther god, was Bashenga. He served to protect the great mound comprised of the rare and powerful metal vibranium. As the Black Panther, he began the royal lineage of the Wakandan people. Many kings of the growing nation of Wakanda followed in his pawprints to rule as the Black Panther. During World War II, Azuri the Wise would protect Wakanda from an invasion by Hydra who sought their vibranium. With the Wakandan border secured, Azuri would join with Nanli to have two sons. The younger son, Yasan, who would have a son himself named T'Challa. The elder son, T'Chaka, who would take over as ruler of Wakanda with his wife Nyami as his queen. Together, they would adopt a foreign child named Hunter and have a biological son named T'Challa. After the death of Nyami during
here are 7
childbirth,
things you need to know about the
T'Chaka
Florida
would have
shooting
2
suspect.
additional biological children. The first
On Wednesday,
Chikara
after the massacre at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, 21-year-old Nicolas Cruz was arrested in May.
The Wakandan army. T'Chaka would go on to marry Ramonda and together have a daughter named Shuri.
Your brand's unique value
royal
proposition is
family
a critical
includes
asset that
important
should serve as the
members of
core
the
tenet
royal
of your
court.
marketing message.
Mbaza, advisor to T'Chaka, and Mbaza's 2
At
children,
ShareBlue,
Kanata
watch Ted Cruz
and
laughs at
Katumba,
suggestion of
as
doing
well
anything
as
about
Zuri,
gun violence.
T'Chaka's personal bodyguard and confidant.
It doesn't get much
After the
cooler
death
than
of
this.
King T'Chaka, his son T'Challa ascended the royal throne. Surrounding the new king of Wakanda is his second-in-command, Wakabi,
At
as
Jack
well as the
Pasobi,
Dora Milaje,
the left we must
or in
protect
English,
children. Okay,
the
let us
adored
defund
ones.
Planned Parenthood to the left.
Together,
No, not like that.
Narima, Okoye, Nakia, Ayo, Aneka, and Tila serve as the king's personal guard. Though would-be usurpers
At Reels Davido,
Eric Killmonger
here is a chart of
and
American
Mbappe,
gun ownership and American
T'Challa
gun
remains
homicide
the
rates.
rightful king of
Please
Wakanda.
explain how more guns
Long
inevitably means
live
more
the
murder.
king.
Gun reform, no.
Use code.
Stop crossbows. But the shield belongs to the people of Wakanda. If you would excuse me.
In our 5 fatal active school shooting incidents at elementary and high schools in America. Columbine was April the 20th, 1999, 13 fatalities and more than 20 wounded. Also in 99, Deming High School in New Mexico, Buell Elementary School in Michigan, in the year 2000, Lake Worth Community Middle School, where one was killed in Florida. In 2001, Santana High School in California. In 2001, Red Lion Junior High School. In 2003, Ricori High School in Minnesota. In 2005, Red Lake High School in Minnesota. In 2005, Campbell County Comprehensive High School in Tennessee. In 2006, Essex Elementary School in Vermont. In 2006, Weston High School in Wisconsin. In 2006, West Nickel Mines School in Pennsylvania. In 2011, Millard South High School in Nebraska. In 2012, Chardon High School in Ohio. In 2012, Sandy Creek Elementary School in Connecticut, where 26 elementary school students and others were killed. In 2013, Sparks Middle School in Nevada. In 2013, Arapahoe High School in Arapahoe, Colorado. In 2014, Reynolds High School in Oregon. In 2014, Marysville High School in Washington. In 2016, Independent High School in Arizona. In 2016, Townville Elementary School in North Carolina. In 2017, North Park Elementary School in California. In 2017, Freeman High School in Washington. In 2018, Marshall County High School. Just 3 weeks ago in Kentucky. And today, Marjorie Stoneman,
the ruler, the king, ought to be there.
Speculation as to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooter Nicholas Cruz's motivations began late yesterday as Instagram accounts sent out.
Wolf and Eugene Sun said we got to get Black Panther in here, but he holds such a special place in all of our hearts as longtime Marvel fans.
At Mike Zollo,
so they sort
I don't blame Donald Trump, gun owners, the alt-right, white people, or any other group for what happened in Florida. I blame the psychopathic mass murderer Nicholas Cruz, who was intent on killing people because he is evil. Liberals should do the same.
I've spoken to Stan Lee many times about Marvel characters and what really makes them work and what's the best. How do you really create a good
we should allow Muslims to visit when non-Muslims are allowed to visit the Islamic holy cities of Mecca and Medina. When will we question the motivation of Islamic theocracies as to why authoritarian nations are sending us their refugees but taking in the non-Muslim who never?
Inside that suit. That's what fans gravitate to.
He's the Black Panther you know and you recognize. He's regal. He has his own motivations. He's mysterious, but he's honorable.
I have heard your prayer and seen your tears.
When
I will heal you.
We
trust in that promise, and we hold fast to our fellow Americans in their time of sorrow. I want to speak now directly to America's children, especially those who feel lost, alone, confused, or even scared. I want you to know that you are never alone and you never will be. You have people who care about you, who love you, and who will do anything at all to protect you. If you need help, turn to a teacher, a family member, a local police officer, or a faith leader. Answer hate with love, answer cruelty with kindness. We must also work together to create a culture in our country that embraces the dignity of life, that creates deep and meaningful human connections, and that turns classmates and colleagues into friends and neighbors.
Claw, I am taking you back to Wakanda to answer for your crimes. Did you hear me?
King at Ajit Pave, new FCC chair at Ajit Pave being investigated for improper coordination with Sinclair Broadcasting.
I will take that as a yes.
An investigation could lead to questions that the FCC chairman, Ajit Pai, has so far tried to avoid answering in public.
The shield once belonged here, but now
at
it is better in your deserving hands.
Comes Act Gupta's Nancy Pelosi with new legislation to make bonuses tax-free.
And I think my father would too.
So, Anika,
Tadaki
you
is
back
set
on
to unveil
guard
new
duty
legislation that takes a direct swipe at House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi. The bill would make bonus.
He means to make me head of special forces or ambassador to Switzerland. One or the other.
Avengers, 2 minutes out.
Red alert.
You're ready to get out of your
Evidence mounts Florida, Texas, a giant false flag.
You Avengers must stay as our guests. Allow us to show you Wakandan hospitality.
Oh, hospitality. Does that mean we get to stay overnight in your palace?
And then eventually he was like, okay, let's go. Because everyone was shifting fast. And
Outsiders do not sleep in the palace. But in your case, perhaps I will make an
exception. There had
exception.
to have been like at least 50 cars there. I kept telling people around me, okay, this is not anything serious until I see a helicopter. And within like a few more minutes, I ended up seeing a helicopter. But I got reports from people around me. They were telling me,
it's
this is a code black.
Got 3 hours of beauty rest. Man, it's been a while since I've seen any action.
Like, no, it's code red.
I wonder if any of the old
Active
gang
shooter.
needs their fight saved today.
Took my phone from me.
So Thor's bringing the thunder as
he didn't have his phone.
But what are his
fire
odds
drill.
of doing it
He was just
solo?
going to leave it in the classroom.
I'll bet a 62%
so he tried to call his mom.
chance.
His mom answered, and he was like, Mom, there's an active shooter here. There's an active shooter. A teacher
He's
came
sitting
up
at
out
a
of nowhere and said,
96% smash probability.
Don't tell anybody. And he's like, shut up. And the teacher walked up, snatched the phone away from him, and it looked like he was going to break my phone. I was like, no, that's my phone.
Have
He's
you
like, don't
noticed
give it
how
back.
often you
Don't
lose
tell
your
anyone.
bets with yourself? If I were keeping track, I believe you'd owe yourself $15 million.
Don't worry, Jarvis. I'm good for every digital penny.
You could just contact them, sir.
No. We
At
broke
Fox
up the
News,
band for
at
a
Barack
reason,
Obama.
and like I
On
predicted,
Twitter today,
Earth is doing
former
just
President at
fine
Barack
without
Obama
the
called for long overdue common sense
It's
and
just
safety laws that most Americans want in the wake of a horrific massacre at a Florida high school.
Captain America can handle a bunch of Hydra losers with one arm and a rolled-up newspaper. Red Skull. He's long
State,
dead.
how would you like to proceed
Satellites
today?
confirm
Are
a
you
match of
seeking
body telemetry.
to hold the defendant
It
no
is
bond
him,
and
sir.
finding of proof evidence?
Upload those coordinates into my navigation and keep my eggs warm.
You may proceed.
Skull busting makes me hungry.
Sworn affidavit that reports were provided as to the 17 pounds of perpetrated murder.
Toys, same old Hydra. Sorry you came all the way back from the dead to chalk up another lost skull. Perhaps. Perhaps not.
2018.
Just a few more seconds, Cap. I got your back.
Went loaded with a AR-15 rifle, had additional ammunition with him during and shot 17 individuals who later died as a result of the gunshot wounds, and then he fled the scene. So the state is seeking a no bond hold on the defendant.
Okay, defense.
Your Honor, the defense has no argument at this time and will defer until further court proceedings. Please inform the assault Mr. Cruz is right to remain silent and that no information relates to any law enforcement agencies that are involved in this case, both at a state and federal level.
Okay, I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. Mr. Cruz filed in your case, and I find probable cause. I further find the proof of guilt to be evident or the presumption great. Therefore, Mr. Cruz, you're going to be held without bond until further order of the court. This order is without prejudice for you to file a motion to set bond with your assigned division judge and request a hearing under State v. Arthur. Does anybody know, has he been assigned a division judge yet?
Yes, he has, Your Honor. He's been assigned to Judge Shears.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Sir, you're going to be held no bond.
At Chris Murphy, lots of people lamenting nothing will change today. That is what people said before the Montgomery boycott. That is what people said before Stonewall. Change happens if at the moment when it seems most unlikely, you decide to do more. Harpin. At Crow vs. Turk, 2004 assault weapons been expired. 2007 to 2018 Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, San Bernardino, Orlando, Las Vegas, Texas, Church, Florida School, 7 of the 10 deadliest shootings in modern U.S. history happened after the assault weapons ban expired in 2004. Ban all weapons. At T-Penusa, 20 hours. Can you imagine all the stories Bannon could tell on Trump in 20 hours? Trump is gonna lose his mind. But sadly, we want to be able to tell. Steve Bannon, who served as President Trump's chief strategist, was interviewed by the special counsel over multiple days this week. NBC News.
Drop the shield, you animal!
I think not. Consider it a symbol of a new
Collins
dawn.
destroys the ability of ex-Gulf to enforce immigration was creating a mass amnesty for over 10 million illegal aliens, including criminals.
Replay simulation now. Replay simulation.
The shoot-arounds Collins proposal destroys the ability of the men and women from the Department of Homeland Security DHS to remove millions of illegal
systems. Hydra's never been that advanced. What happened to my pre-play sims, Jarvis?
Contract Raccoon at Real Donald Trump TH. The mother of Lisa Alabeth has a message for you.
Armor breached. System failure.
You're just a fool in a machine, Stark. Without your technology, you have nothing. No instinct for battle. No fire to lead. You hide behind armor so you don't have to make sacrifices for victory.
We need it now! These kids
Power is at 20%, sir. And you have a new problem teleporting in.
Let me show you.
Won't this be fun?
MODOK, since when does he team up?
MODOK has graciously upgraded my army. As you're well aware, his technopathic ability...
Selling our home to Open Door could not have been easier.
Open Door is the best way to sell your home in Dallas-Fort Worth.
You just go on the website and you type in your address.
It literally took minutes.
What a gift that is to a busy family.
Start your sale in Dallas-Fort Worth at opendoor.com.
Power is at 20%, sir. And you have a new problem teleporting in.
Let me show you.
Won't this be fun?
MODOK, since when does he team up?
MODOK has graciously upgraded my army. As you're well aware, his technopathic abilities work wonders with machines. Even your machines, Herr Stark. Enjoy your final, painful moments on Earth.
We've got what we came for, Skull.
Checking out MSNBC on YouTube and May.
News and current affairs from Germany and around the world. DW. Tillerson meets Erdogan to ease Turkey tensions. France 24. Cyril Ramaphosa sworn in as President of South Africa. News DW 15:2.2018. South African lawmakers elect Cyril Ramaphosa as President. France 24. George Soros fund buys stock of cryptocurrency play over stock.com. Amtrak survived Richard Nixon. Can it overcome Donald Trump? Wired. Google's app network quietly becomes huge growth engine. French court orders medical evaluation to assess if Ramadan can stay in prison. France 24. Cyril Ramaphosa elected as President of South Africa after Zuma departure. Democratic Task Force outlines voting security plan, with first primary just weeks away. Wired. India's federal agency probing money laundering in bank fraud case. Macron praised as French economy powers ahead. France 24. The New York Times fires tech writer Quinn Norton, and it has complicated. Wired. Accused of harboring Paris attackers, Daesh landlord cleared of charges. France 24. Syria 2018. The major issues for the year ahead. Syria deeply. Idlib women in jeopardy. What comes next? Syria deeply. Hedge fund Bridgewater makes $22 billion bet against European firms. Critical patients in Eastern Ghouta used as bargaining chips. Syria deeply. The cheapest and most expensive countries to mine Bitcoin. North Korea's Olympic diplomacy hasn't stopped its hacking wired. These companies are changing how Asia thinks about food. Deeply talks Syria Outlook 2018. Syria deeply. Yahoo! Good morning America, latest news ampersand headlines. I need to find something. Check these digits. Now this is out there. The government's ongoing offensive on Idlib province has already displaced thousands of civilians, many of whom previously fled violence in other areas, writes Cole Bockenfeld of the International Rescue Committee. Who is Nicholas Cruz? School shooting suspect joked about ash guns, worrying classmates. NBC News. Whoa. Now that's spicy. The young man charged with killing 17 people at his former Florida high school worried some of his classmates, talking about his guns and sharing pictures of small animals he had shot. He had a very disturbing social media presence and had been expelled from school, officials said, supplying new details on the life of accused shooter, Nicholas Cruz. Cruz, 19, has been charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder in the attack Wednesday at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, which he was expelled from last year for disciplinary reasons, officials said. The shooting unfolded around the time classes were dismissed for the day. Cruz admitted to the attack, telling investigators he brought the AR-15 and several loaded magazines stuffed into a backpack and planned to leave them behind in order to blend in with fleeing students, according to a police affidavit. A motive in the shooting remains unclear. The internet feels like a Wild West, or maybe that's just you crazy people. The downing of an Israeli warplane on Saturday threatened to escalate tensions between Israel and Iran. But now the two adversaries are actively trying to avoid a full-blown confrontation, writes Israeli security and intelligence commentator Yossi Mulman. Hold up, you have to see this.